Out in the distance is the Sleeping Giant Peninsula that goes out into Thunder Bay. I'll be sleeping at the far right end of it tonight. About a 40-mile day. Heavy traffic, it's their holiday season starting up. This is the Terry Fox Memorial. Terry Fox was a cancer victim that took his right leg, and he ran across Canada to raise funds for the Cancer Society, and this overlooks Sleeping Giant in Thunder Bay. Road to Sleeping Giant State Park. It is about 18 miles off the Trans-Canadian Highway. So I'm inside the park now. This is the road leading up to, I suppose, the campground, but that's got to be at least another 10 miles away. So it seems like it's a pretty big park. Sitting here writing in my journal, and there's the Sleeping Giant, so I can have my supper with him tonight, I can go to bed with him tonight, and I can wake up with him. I got the last lakefront campsite. He certainly doesn't seem to be too worried about life. There were 2 bears that they hauled out of this place last night. Heading out of the Sleeping Giant, it's 7:30 in the morning. Got about a 18-mile uphill climb. I met this gentleman on the road from Japan, and he's traveling from China. Could you tell me your name and kind of tell us your story, what you're doing?
I'm working from China, Shanghai. January 1st, 2009. Portugal, 580 days. And after I arrived at Portugal, I went to United States, Philadelphia. I'm working from Atlantic Ocean, Atlantic City, Philadelphia, Ottawa, Toronto, here. I walk to Vancouver.
How long will it take? How long have you been on the road?
To Vancouver?
Yep.
I arrive at Vancouver on next October.
Will you take a ship or a plane out to back home?
From Vancouver?
Yeah.
I go to Melbourne, Australia, and I walk from south to north.
Cool.
And after I go to Singapore, and I go back to Shanghai on foot.
Are you going to write a book about this?
Yeah.
How much weight do you have?
Weight total? I think this car 20 kilograms.
22 grams?
I have enough water.
Yeah.
Maybe now 6 liters. And total 30 kilograms and 50 kilograms.
Wow. So about 100 pounds, I guess. Other than slowing you down so you can see the world even more sanely, this is what you get when you get to the top of a hill. Well, it definitely looks like another kayaking day out on the lake. A particularly long, hot hill. The hills are here. Look what's behind me. I can keep it steady enough. So, big hill. Hot, hot, hot. Well, I'm not quite up the hill yet. Guy just went past me going the other way on a bike. This is a tough hill. It's only about 70 degrees, but high 70s. This is the only shade I could find. Had to take a break. This was a tough one. Okay, on the downside of that monster, that was one big hill. Now we're coming down into Rossport. Rossport Beach. Did a symposium up here and paddled out here. There's all sorts of islands. Alright, this is exactly where I want to be at the end of the day. Rossport Provincial Park, right on the lake. This Terrace Bay, it's called Terrace because over the eons, different levels of beaches have been created as the water rises and falls. Frenchman that I have just met is riding across Canada, doesn't speak any English, and I don't speak French. He rode up ahead to take my picture, so we will meet him. So, W E I T Z E L E L. Definitely not good. This kind of road up through a pass. This is going to be a pain in the royal butt. It's one of my favorite Canadian scenes. A little small inland lake with an island. This is what makes this ride so interesting. You bust your butt going up a hill and you come down and you're rewarded with something like this. It's finally happened. After 30 years of bike riding, I've finally been hit. I thought it was just some kid playing around, but it just kept coming at me, and I looked in the mirror, it smashed in my back trailer, got my arm, so the trailer's toast. Looks like I'm going to be going to Marathon and an ambulance, and from there, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can get another trailer if my arm's not broke, maybe I can continue, but this is the way it is right now.
Ryan and Crystal,
and they just picked me up. I'm off the road after being hit. So you guys, here I am. I'm in the ambulance. See, I'm telling the truth. See?
Yes.
All right,
we think he's gonna make it. He's gonna be just fine.
And he's a pretty solid guy. He ripped the mirror off the car.
That's right. That's right. So don't be screwing with me. So this is what it looks like from the back of an ambulance. Definitely a new trip experience for this guy. So this is where the trip ends up for this year. DNA service in Marathon. The trailer's toast. There's not one to be had. The rear axle and my derailleur is destroyed. But at least I'm alive, which, well, at least I'm alive.